Welcome to the Shigeaki podcast, where growing older means growing steadier, one mindful step at a time. This is the place where modern science meets Japanese tradition to help you sleep better, move better, and feel better after 60. I'm Dr. Mark Hyman. Let's start with a story. Claire is 67. She eats healthy walks every morning and doesn't drink coffee after noon. She goes to bed around 9:30 and falls asleep without much trouble. But almost every night she wakes up at 2 a.m., fully alert, not anxious, just wide awake, as if her body decided it was morning. She lies there for hours. Sometimes she reads. Sometimes she stares at the ceiling. Sometimes she takes half a sleeping pill just to get a few more hours. But the next day she feels foggy, tired, off balance. And one morning, she nearly fell while walking to the kitchen. That's when she came to see me. She asked, "Is this normal after 60? Why do I keep waking up when I'm not even stressed?" I hear this question all the time, and while I could have explained it myself, I wanted her to hear it from someone who's helped thousands of people find sleep again, well into their 80s, 90s, and beyond. So, today, like always, I'm joined by a man I deeply respect, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, a Japanese neurologist who practiced medicine for more than 80 years. He's now over 100 years old, and he's helped generations of people sleep deeper without pills.
Mark, I've met so many people like Claire. They live carefully, eat well, avoid alcohol, but they still wake up in the middle of the night. They think something must be wrong, but most of the time their body is not sick, it's just confused. In Japan, we believe sleep comes from rhythm, and when people wake up at the same hour each night, it usually means the rhythm is broken, not because of disease, but because the signals before sleep were mixed. Too much light, food too late, the room too warm, or the stomach still working. Sleep doesn't like confusion, it likes calm.
That was the case with Claire. She ate dinner at 6:30, but it was a little salty. She drank a full glass of water before bed. She scrolled through the news in a bright room until 9:15, then brushed her teeth, turned off the light, and expected sleep to last through the night. But her body never got the message. Now it's time to fully rest. That's something research is finally catching up to. One study in Nature Aging showed that over 50% of people over 60 who wake during the night don't have a sleep disorder. They have a pattern problem. Their habits before bed send mixed signals. And the older we get, the more sensitive we become to those signals.
That's why in Japan we treat the hours after dinner with care. We lower the lights, we stop planning, we warm the body, and often we drink ginger tea, not just for the stomach, but to help the whole nervous system feel calm and safe. When done right, ginger is not just a flavor, it's a message.
That's what we gave Claire. No sleeping pills, no heavy supplements, just a warm cup of ginger prepared in a certain way, taken at the right time. Within 3 nights, she came back and said, "I woke up to the sun. I didn't even notice the night." That's what this episode is about. Today we'll walk you through why waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. is common after 60, how your body reacts to small evening habits, and how a simple ginger ritual can reset your sleep naturally, gently, and quickly. If you or someone you care about is struggling to stay asleep, stay with us. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. Every week we share real solutions to help you feel stronger, sleep deeper, and live more fully at every age. Let's talk about what's really happening when you wake up at 2 or 3 a.m. Most people assume it's stress, or age, or just something random. But in most cases, the cause is simpler and more fixable than we think. As we get older, the body becomes more sensitive to changes in environment. Things like temperature, hydration, blood sugar, and digestion have a much stronger effect on sleep after 60. You might think your brain wakes you up, but often it's your body sending a signal.
Yes, Mark, I often tell my patients, waking up at night is not always a problem with the brain. It's the body asking a question. Maybe your bladder is full. Maybe your blood sugar dropped. Maybe your liver is still working to process a late or heavy meal. Each of these sends a message to the nervous system: stay alert. The body listens. Even if the room is quiet, sleep becomes light and fragile.
There's actually a name for this pattern. It's called nocturnal awakening, and studies show it affects more than 50% of adults over 60. But here's the important part. Most of these awakenings are not caused by insomnia or disease. They're caused by misaligned circadian rhythms, the body's internal clock being confused. Your circadian rhythm is guided by many things: light meal timing, movement, and even your first thought of the day. If any of these are off balance, especially at night, your rhythm can break.
In Japan, we treat rhythm like breathing. It must be steady and gentle. Many people eat early but then stay too active afterward. The body never enters a true wind-down phase. When that happens, even a small trigger like a shift in blood pressure or digestion can pull you out of sleep.
Let me give an example. If you eat a salty dinner, your body holds more water. You may not feel thirsty, but your brain will ask for fluid later in the night. That leads to late evening water intake. And that leads to a 2 a.m. bathroom trip. Or, let's say you skip protein at dinner. Your blood sugar might crash during the night, another common cause of sudden waking. Even screen time matters. One study from Stanford showed that just 30 minutes of phone use before bed delayed melatonin production by over an hour.
So people wake up not because something is wrong, but because the body has been overstimulated or under-supported. That's why I always look at the hours between dinner and sleep. Not just what you do, but how you feel.
This is where ginger starts to make sense. Not as a cure-all, but as a calming cue. Warm ginger helps digestion slow down. It supports blood sugar regulation, and it warms the body in a way that signals safety to the nervous system. We'll get into the details of how and when to use it in the next part. But for now, just remember, this waking up at night doesn't always mean your sleep is broken. It means your signals need adjusting. Fix the rhythm, and deep rest often returns on its own. Let's talk about ginger, not as a spice, but as a tool for better sleep. Most people think of ginger as something for colds or nausea. And yes, it's great for that. But when used correctly, it also helps regulate digestion, blood sugar, and even your body's internal temperature, all of which play a direct role in nighttime sleep quality. The key is not just what ginger does, but when and how you use it.
In Japan, we've used ginger for centuries, not as a cure, but as a guide. Fresh ginger stimulates circulation and gently warms the core. That warmth helps relax tight muscles, calm digestion, and improve blood flow to the stomach and intestines. A relaxed gut means fewer signals of discomfort during the night. What most people don't realize is that good sleep requires the stomach to go quiet. If digestion is still active, the body stays alert. Ginger helps the stomach finish its work faster and more smoothly, especially after a warm evening meal.
There's also strong research behind this. A 2018 study from Iranian Journal of Basic Medical Sciences showed that ginger helps lower cortisol, your main stress hormone. Another study published in Phytotherapy Research found that daily ginger use improved sleep quality scores in older adults within just 2 weeks. But like we said earlier, the benefits depend on how you use it. Many people drink powdered ginger tea, often with honey or lemon, and expect results. That's not harmful, but it's not optimal either. Powdered ginger is more processed. It loses some of the active oils and enzymes that make fresh ginger effective. And adding sugar, even honey, can spike blood sugar levels, especially if taken late at night.
For the body to receive the full message, the preparation must be simple. Thin slices of fresh ginger, not chopped, not crushed, should be simmered in water for at least 5 to 7 minutes. No sugar, no black tea, no stimulants, only warmth, quiet, and full attention. We often pair it with a small piece of cinnamon bark or dried orange peel, not for taste, but for added warmth and digestive support. This combination helps stimulate the vagus nerve, which connects the gut to the brain and plays a key role in calming the nervous system. When the vagus nerve feels soothed, the heart rate slows, blood pressure drops slightly, and the body starts preparing for sleep naturally.
Another thing people get wrong is timing. If you drink ginger tea 5 minutes before bed, it's too late. The body needs time to process the warmth and shift into rest mode. We recommend drinking it about 45 minutes to an hour after dinner, not right before you lie down. That way, the stomach has enough time to start slowing down. And the warmth can take effect before the body reaches its lowest nighttime temperature, which usually happens around 2 or 3 a.m.
That temperature drop is key. When your core gets too cold too quickly, especially in older adults, it triggers a stress response. The body thinks something is wrong and becomes alert. Ginger helps smooth that temperature curve. It warms gently, then allows the body to cool slowly and naturally. No shocks, no sudden dips, just quiet balance.
In the next part, we'll walk you through the full ritual, exactly how to prepare pear and thyme ginger to support your sleep. Now that we understand why ginger helps with sleep, let's break down exactly how to use it the right way. This isn't a product pitch. You don't need expensive ingredients. What matters is preparation timing and the quiet environment you build around it. Start with fresh ginger root, not powder. Wash it and cut 3 to 5 thin slices enough to fill a tablespoon when laid flat. Put the slices into a small pot with 1.5 to 2 cups of water. Bring to a boil, then reduce heat and simmer gently for 5 to 7 minutes. That's it. No honey, no tea bags, no lemon, just water and ginger. You can add a small piece of cinnamon stick or dried orange peel if your digestion is slow or your hands tend to feel cold. These don't just taste nice, they support better circulation and digestion. When it's ready, pour the tea into a ceramic cup. Sit down, sip slowly, feel the warmth. Let your breath slow naturally as you drink.
This tea is not just about the ingredients. The body needs to feel safe, and speed does not feel safe. Drink ginger tea 45 minutes to an hour after dinner. Avoid screens, lower the lights, move gently. If you can soak your feet in warm water after drinking, this helps draw blood to the surface and supports your body's natural temperature drop, a key signal for sleep to begin.
And you don't need a fancy foot bath. A small plastic tub or bucket works just fine. Use warm water, not hot, and soak your feet for 10 to 12 minutes. That gentle heat helps open up blood vessels and calm your nervous system. After that, dry your feet well. Put on soft socks. Keep the lighting low. Try not to speak much and avoid thinking about tomorrow. Let the evening grow quiet, not just around you, but inside you.
In Japan, we think of this as setting the tone for the night. The goal is not to force sleep, it's to invite it. When the body feels cared for, it responds. Warmth tells the stomach it's done working. Stillness tells the heart to slow down. Quiet tells the brain to stop planning. Every part of this ritual sends a message: you are safe to rest.
If this feels like a lot, don't worry. You don't need to get it perfect. Just start with one part. Boil the ginger, sip it slowly, sit still for a few minutes. Even that small habit begins to rebuild your sleep rhythm. If you're consistent for 3 nights, most people notice a change. Maybe not a perfect night of sleep, but fewer wake-ups, calmer mornings, and a body that begins to trust again.
The body remembers. Even after years of poor sleep, sometimes it only needs a little help to find its rhythm again.
Ginger can be powerful, but like any tool, it only works when used the right way. I've had patients tell me, I tried the ginger tea and it didn't help. So I ask a few questions, and usually the problem isn't the ginger itself, it's how it was used. One common mistake is using powdered ginger instead of fresh. Powdered versions lose much of the natural oils that support digestion and circulation. Some even contain fillers or sugar, which can spike blood sugar and hurt your sleep rhythm. Another issue is drinking it too late. If you wait until 5 minutes before bed, your body doesn't have time to respond. Instead of calming you down, it might activate digestion, which wakes you up later. Many people also add sweeteners like honey or sugar. This turns a calming tea into a light dessert. Even natural sugars can push your blood sugar up, which often crashes in the middle of the night, leading to a 2 a.m. wake-up.
I've seen the same mistakes in Japan. Some patients use ginger tea as a quick fix, something they drink while checking their phone or watching television. But sleep does not respond to noise. It responds to quiet. The tea should be part of a winding down ritual, not just another item on the to-do list. Another mistake is ignoring the rest of the evening. Even if the ginger tea is perfect, bright lights, late meals, or mental stress will cancel its effects. Ginger supports the process, but it cannot replace a calm environment.
Some people also assume more is better. They use a large amount of ginger thinking it will work faster. But too much can irritate the stomach or raise body temperature too high, especially if you're already sensitive to warmth. Stick to 3 to 5 slices, that's enough. Another thing, I've seen people use ginger supplements instead of tea. These capsules might help with inflammation or pain, but they don't provide the warmth and sensory signals that your body needs to prepare for sleep. The tea isn't just about the chemical compounds. It's about heat, scent, breath, and stillness.
The body doesn't respond well to shortcuts. It listens to small, repeated signals, not sudden actions. Try to avoid multitasking when drinking your tea. Sit down, breathe slowly. Allow your nervous system to catch up with your body. If you skip this step, the ginger becomes just another flavor, not a message.
Here's the simple checklist. Use fresh, not powdered ginger. Drink it after dinner, not at bedtime. Avoid sugar, honey, or lemon. Sit down, slow down, and drink without distraction. Don't rely on supplements, go with the real route. Getting just 1 or 2 of these wrong won't ruin your sleep. But the more consistent you are, the more likely your body will understand what you're trying to say.
It's not about perfection, it's about rhythm. Even small changes can help the body trust rest again if you send the right signals night after night.
If you've been struggling with broken sleep, especially waking up at 2 or 3 a.m., I hope this episode gave you something new to try. Sleep after 60 is not lost. It just needs better support. Your body isn't broken. It's listening to the signals you give it. Change the signals and the rhythm starts to come back. You don't have to do everything perfectly. Start with one change tonight. Maybe it's the ginger tea. Maybe it's dimming the lights earlier. Maybe it's simply turning off your phone 30 minutes before bed. Consistency matters more than intensity.
I have treated thousands of older patients who believed sleep was no longer possible for them, but in most cases they were simply out of rhythm, not out of time. When the body feels safe, it rests. When the evening is quiet, the mind stops planning. When digestion is calm, sleep stays deeper. You don't need more pills. You need better habits.
So here's our message for you. Tonight, give your body one small sign that rest is welcome. Let warmth and stillness take the lead. Don't chase sleep, invite it. And if it doesn't come right away, that's okay. Rhythm takes time to rebuild, but once it returns, it stays with you. If this podcast helps, share it with someone you care about. Many people over 60 are struggling in silence, believing they are the only ones. We'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care, rest well, and stay steady.